Hey guys, today I'm giving you my real owner review of the Samsung Q8F 4K television. This is the 2018 model that has Q8FN in the model code, and I have the 55-inch version. So why did I pick this TV? There's three main reasons. The first one is brightness. I have a bright room with big bay windows and a lot of natural light, so I need an extremely bright television to overcome that natural light, and this is the brightest TV I've seen. It is extremely bright and has very vibrant colors, and it suits the room very well. The second reason is black levels. This TV has full array local dimming, which means it can turn off sections of the backlight to match what's on the screen and give you very deep dark blacks that come very close to OLED levels, and it does a very good job. That feature works extremely well. And the third reason is price point. This is not the top of the line, it's the second from the top of the line of Samsung's 2018 QLEDs, and it has a lot of the same features as the top of the line model, but at a much lower cost. So the price and the features really matched my needs quite well. So the setup is quite easy. It only takes you about 10 minutes from start to finish, so let's take a look. You're going to have to take it out of the box and lay it flat onto a table or a bed or the box itself, something that is wider than the TV itself, because there's some padding on the side of the TV that will be used to absorb the weight of the TV while it's upside down so you don't damage the display. And then you're going to slide the feet into the bottom of the TV. They don't have to be screwed in or anything. You just slide them right in, and then you put it upright and put your power and your HDMI cables into the back. And there's some excellent cable management. Let's take a look. The back of the TV has some conduits that you can route the cables through and then feed them over to the feet. Now the back of the feet comes off, and you can slide the cables into the back of the feet so that they're completely hidden when looking at the TV straight on, and it works quite well. I can't see these cables from the couch at all. They're completely hidden from view, so the cable management actually works very well. The build quality is excellent. I find that it feels quite premium. There's no cheap plastics involved. It looks and feels quite sturdy and well built, and I really like how it looks and feels. The remote control is really small. It fits well in your hand. It's clean, and it has one remote feature, which means you can program it to control all of your devices that are connected to the TV. So your DVD, your Blu-ray player, stuff like that, all can be controlled with the same remote, and it works very well. Now, this is actually the fourth unit that I've had. The first three all had dead pixels, more than I was willing to live with, so I exchanged it 3 times. Now this fourth unit actually still has one dead pixel, but it is right in the very bottom right corner, and you cannot actually see it from the couch. You have to be right up close to see it, so I've decided to keep this unit. Now, dead pixels are unfortunately a reality with LCD based televisions, so it's unavoidable. So you have to just keep trying until you get one that you're happy with. The other thing that you're going to have to assess is the dirty screen effect, which is also unavoidable with most LCD televisions these days. If you only really see it when you're looking at a white background. So if you watch a lot of hockey, a lot of sports where there's a constant white background, you're going to see this dirty screen effect. And all of these TVs will have a different level of it. So you're just going to have to go with a retailer that has an excellent exchange and return policy in case you're not happy with the TV and you want to try another one. So that's what I did. I got the fourth unit, and this one is a keeper. So it does an excellent job with TV and movies, especially. I find that the brightness level is exceptional. The QLED TVs have this quantum dot layer that gives really bright, vibrant colors that really pop out of the screen. So it looks fantastic when you're watching really bright shows. The colors really jump out at you. And I find that the smart features are really good. You push the home button on the remote and you get this ribbon, and you can jump between your applications quite easily, and really with no lag at all. I find that it works very well. The sound on the TV is pretty good, I've got to say. For a television, built-in speakers, I find that I don't really feel the need to buy an external sound bar or stereo system to hook up this TV in my living room. It's the size of an apartment living room though, so for a larger room you might feel the need to get something external. But for built-in TV speakers, I think they're pretty good, and you certainly won't be struggling to hear anything. Now, there's going to be some settings you're going to want to play with when you first get the TV. So I find that out of the box, the built-in settings have actually too much backlight. So I turned it down to 30. It was too bright initially, which is a good problem to have in a very bright room. So you're definitely going to want to play around with these settings when you first get it. And the other things you're going to want to look at are in the Auto Motion Plus settings. The default settings have the judder reduction up to 10, which gives you that soap opera effect, so that your older media that was designed for lower frame rates looks better on a higher frame rate television. I find that the highest setting is too high, so I set it to custom and I brought this to 4. But you want to play around with it and find the setting that you like the most, because everyone's going to have a different preference. Some other settings you're going to want to play with here are in the Eco settings. There is an option to adjust the brightness based on the light level in the room. You're going to want to turn this off because it is way too aggressive, and you're going to find that with it on, it's going to be changing the brightness level on you while you're watching your television show or your movie. And in the middle of the program, you're going to see the brightness change, and it can be quite annoying. So go ahead and turn this off because it really doesn't provide much benefit. Now, there's some other settings like power off automatically if not using the television for a certain amount of time. That's a good one to play with if you feel like you might leave the TV on accidentally. And yeah, otherwise this comes pretty well configured out of the box. You don't have to do much beyond that. There's some different settings here for different modes, picture modes, that you might want to try out to give you some more realistic colors, but I leave it on the standard setting because I really like how the color pops when you have it on standard. It really makes your bright shows, your animated shows look really exceptional. So overall, I'd say this is a really good TV. If you're sensitive to dirty screen effect, if you're going to be watching a lot of sports like hockey with a constant white background, you might want to try something else first. But if you're watching a lot of TV and movies, it's an exceptional TV, and you're not going to notice that dirty screen effect except for 1 or 2 scenes where there's a white background. And you really do get used to it after a while, and you stop noticing it. Now for video games, I don't play a lot of video games, but I think this would be a pretty good TV for most video games. Any games that are dark, it's going to really look excellent. There's a FreeSync feature that gives you some refresh rate advantages that you'll want to look into. And then for any games that are really bright, that have blue skies, you might notice that dirty screen effect a little bit more. So try it out. I think it would be a good TV for video games, but the main use cases for this TV really are TV and movies and streaming services because of the smart features. So excellent TV. And it's a 2018 model, so the prices are dropping on this unit now. So if you find it for a good price and it meets your use cases, go for it. If you have any questions, post them down below, and if there's enough of them, I'll make another video for you. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll have a lot more great reviews for you coming up. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.